ground, can you see my roots? Ancestors walk the path, I can see the roots. Future in the past, present is the truth. The horrors that they faced are forgettable. Nightmares, dream catchers hanging in my room. The edge of the universe, I send them to. They tried to bury us, but we grew.
Souls of these 10 toes walk in the earth. Original in my blood, yes, I'm the first. Melanated God body being hard work. This responsibility to gatekeep colonization off of my turf. Yeah, black boy to show land, yeah. Now put both of your hands up to the sky now. Do I? To the sky now. Do I know? The souls of these 10 toes walk in the earth. Original in my blood, yes, I'm the first. This responsibility to gatekeep colonization off of my turf. Now put both of your hands up to the sky now. Do I? To the sky now. Do I know?
Yeah. Yeah. They bring me their babies to kiss on them. When I'm in they city, it's offerings. The main cause my feet is I'm walking in. The goddess is pleased when I take a stand. I work with my ego, we hand in hand. No wonder y'all don't got no standards, man. Killed off your soul for aesthetics, damn. The boho and crystals won't save you, man. They want my ancestral medicine. How the fuck you show up empty-handed? Inflation got me out here searching for land. Nigga, you know that shit expensive. Nigga, you know my shit expensive. I'm on the top floor, ninth dimension. Willing to go where they can't imagine. Willing to break through this depression. Willing to take all of my blessings. Willing to steal back all our treasure. Willing to hit them with this pressure. Willing to tangle with my shadows. I think we gave them too many passes. It's time to hit the checks and balance. Original archetypes of this planet. I let the sun go ahead and have them.
6 feet deep, I'm a toe tagger. Straight out the mud, so I gotta drag them. Everyone claiming that they live abundant. When it's time to pay respects, they be lacking. So I'ma accept and take on the challenge to uplift my people, break from out the shackles, and put all the babies back inside the palace. Surround them with peace, purity, and passion, and raise them as gods and goddesses. Born to thrive, through more than survive. We cutting the ties, the lies, and politics. Think it's time to build up the tribe and find so family divide the comments with. Catch you out when we ride, demolish you. You cannot colonize the God in me. You cannot colonize the God in me. Them apologies.
Shout out to Free Soul and Lava. I love that song, and every time I hear it, it does something to my spirit. And today being that opening the Lionsgate portal, I'm out here in praise. I tried to get out and go to work, and I got out this morning to do my little business, catch a little money, but I made some and put it in the gas tank, make sure we got gas, and I said, okay, I can go back out and sat there. I got like one order and sat there and moved and then sat there. And I said, Spirit, okay, you must not want me to work today. And Spirit said, very quietly, very lovingly, said, go to the park, connect with your tree like you did yesterday. Yesterday, y'all, I hadn't been to the tree in so long. Because I'm out here trying to make money, trying to help me and my daughters move along. It's just me and them. One of them, she's still not in the age of working like that. And the other one, she's working. She's the one, and, that was one of the first generational curses I broke. I could never get a supervisor position. This girl making money. And I'm grateful for her. So I'm just trying to help us both so we can get out of the situation that we've been in, y'all. I'm grateful for every day that I can wake up and try to move forward. But every day I would try to at least come to this park or another park, but this park in particular, because there's hummingbirds here that'll come and dance when I'm praising my Yah praise. Yesterday it was a big dragonfly, beautiful dragonfly, and it came and it danced for me. And the birds always come. But I had to hurry up yesterday. I did some work, and then it's just like things just don't go right. It's not going right. It's just, what's wrong? And I told my daughter, I said, I'm done. My daughter, my youngest daughter, she rides with me because, well, so she helps now, you know. She'll run them to the house and stuff for me. And I just said, I got to go to the park at least for 30 minutes. 30 minutes, I need to go to the park. And when I got here, I parked that car and I ran right up to this tree and I hugged the tree. And then I said, I'm sorry, tree, I didn't even ask you if it was okay. I said, is it okay? And the wind started to blow. The trees, leaves started to just shake. It's like, Spirit said the tree missed you too. And I began to praise. And y'all praise. That's all I do. And I could hear as I'm in tears, but my eyes are closed and everything. It's just, I just needed that relief, that stress. I needed that relief. I needed that relief from the pain. I needed that relief from everything. Y'all won't have to see. This is me. This is me. These churches is the mother. Yes, it is. It's the mindset, but it's not. It is spiritual warfare out there. People are hating. And when you said hate, I got to fight that. And Spirit has to fight that. But thank you if you want to keep on, because it just added to my blessings. It's just adding. It's just adding. So when I got to the tree yesterday, I hugged that tree, and then I began to praise, and then I could hear it's like the park. There's some neighborhood houses around here and everything, and then you got this main road. It's called Main Street, actually. It's Main Street. So you know, it's a high traffic area at this particular park. But I began to praise, and I could hear people getting in their cars in this little neighborhood right here. I could hear them getting in their cars and speeding off. It's like, I said, oh, okay. And Spirit just said those demons, they don't like this. They don't like this. I had hurried up and kicked off my shoes and got my feet in the grass and and so today it's like, okay, I'm out here and I'm trying to work in the morning, trying to, you know, before it gets really hot outside and things like that. Trying to make a little money, you know. And like I said, in the second go round after I had put the money in gas, the second go round, you know, $6 is what I got, and then no more orders, and it's like it's lunchtime, so you know. But I'm sitting there, and Spirit was like, I want you to go to the park. I don't want you stressing over money today. I don't want you stressing over money today, baby girl. I want you to go to the park. Let me handle that. Let me do the rest. And let me worry about that for you. And you go to the park. And you connect with your tree. And do what you do. To praise. To honor. And I heard that song. I was listening to Lava on my Spotify, and of course Lava and Free Soul, you know. And their song came on, and I'm in the middle of the car, and so I had a shout out to them. I tell you, I love y'all's music, so no harm, no foul, please. But yeah. Whenever I do my videos and y'all hear that music in the background, that is a song that Spirit spoke to me through. I don't care if it was in the outer world or the inner world or whatever you want to call the stuff. You know, back in the day,
The worldly music is what my father would call it. Anything but Christian music was worldly music. And we all know how, so how that goes. But Spirit speaks to me through all kinds of stuff. And y'all have to forgive me. I'm not looking all the best. I don't care anymore. I'm in the trenches. And I don't have to be pretty in the trenches. I'll be pretty when I get pulled about the trenches. But right now I'm in the trenches. So fuck the dumb shit. Stop talking about me. Stop putting that energy towards me in such a negative manner. I feel y'all's energy. Y'all are all up in it. Every last person. All I have to do is call out a name and your spirit will come forth to me. I have that gift, just like Yeshua, my grandfather. When he called Lazarus forth, he had to call Lazarus by his name, because if he had just said come forth, everybody would have come forth. I did that when I had my Kundalini experience. I called the spirits and the ancestors and all from the north, the south, the west, the east, from every mountain, every river, every stream, every valley, every ocean, every sea, creek bed, desert sand. I called them forth, and they came in droves. It is a legion, and they rocks with me. It is a legion, and this legion is ready and waiting for y'all to stop fighting amongst each other so that they can help us take back what is ours, rightfully so. I tried to do a live, and now on Instagram you can't go live now unless you got 1,000 followers, and I'm like, okay, well, they don't want me to say anything anyway. They've been trying to shut me up. Excuse me, I didn't bring my tissue with me. They've been trying to shut me up. That's why I get quiet, y'all, because I know my words have power. My voice has power. It carries a lot of power. I've been manifesting realms since I was a child and didn't know. And my past, my present, and my future are now all intertwined in one, and I am simultaneously working through them. And it is hard in this boot camp that I've been in for 7 years. That's how long my first real Kundalini experience happened. When I woke up, and the words of Yeshua were the words that woke me up. And when the light bulb came on, there was no turning back. I received a burn through my head. And then I told my family, my mother and father and my sisters, I got 4 sisters, there's 5 girls, no brothers. And I repented of some sins to them because I was going through my atonement. Things that I did in the dark that they knew nothing about, that could affect the family in ways that was not right. That, people, is what I'm out here to do, is show y'all that there is forgiveness and then there's unconditional love, right? Excuse me, I told you I'm looking rough. And that didn't help. But anyway, I don't care. Say what you will. Yeah. This thing just want to keep rolling backwards. It's tight, so I have to lock my hair up, my new growth up. And I'm waiting until I can actually do what I need to do. I need to deep cleanse my hair. So, mind your business on that. People are so critical of others, and they miss the message that is being spoken, or that they're reading. However it's coming to them, they miss the message. Because when you want to sit there and criticize, y'all don't think I know. Y'all like, well, how come she can't manifest her money then? Fuck you. That's how I feel. I've done manifested those portal doors open and everything, and every time I try to step through, somebody come with their goddamn magic. Just like you, saying what you said. That's magic too. That's curse towards somebody. I don't want to be around people that can't manifest like me. Okay, well then I don't want to be around you. Because everybody ain't on your level in that way. But guess what? I surpassed you because your level, you still got hate in your heart. I'm unconditional love walking. It's until you fuck up with me that then there's a problem. Everybody is wanting to have entitlement to my energy, and y'all all feel it. It's powerful. I said this already before. Alive or dead, if I call your name, your spirit will come to me. And we converse. It's your earthly being, this vessel, that is the issue. I'm still figuring out some things. Stop hating on somebody because they're growing. You're supposed to. Am I my brother's keeper? But I guess, in this realm, it's every man for themselves, and I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Now I can see if they had set out, like my family did, to maliciously and intently harm you and keep you down low, steal from you, knowing and never wanting you to know the truth. Still wondering if I know everything yet or not. Stalking me on my Instagram and my Facebook. My Facebook had to be changed because they hacked it, so I got a new account. And I didn't ask them people for their friendship. I left them where they be. And they searching out me. People are thinking that I'm down with my mother, but you don't even know the half of what I went through and that pain, that abuse that I went through in that family. And it was abuse. There's whoopings I should never have gotten because it just didn't make any sense. Do the math. I can tell you stories, but I really just want to move past. But I still have to deal with this childhood trauma that I've had to deal with. Finding out and figuring out some things and seeing some things and remembering some things. Like when I almost drowned. The reason, I can't swim now. But I'm going to. Because the ocean has already told me Calypso will be bringing you home. And even if you can't swim, the ocean has already told me that they will carry me home safely underneath the waters. The Orca Elder said you will make it safely to the underwater kingdom. And they want me home to the ocean. The southern people want me home to Louisiana. Mademoiselle LeBeau, yes. My Catalina, yes. My family. She is the home. And I am with her. They will come out when I call their name. So, they want me to announce, because I know the fact checkers, okay? And like I said before, anything I put out in the public, it is out there in public domain, and I'm not afraid to say it. And I've been holding this back. I've only told, other than my daughter My youngest daughter, she probably told her sister because she shared everything with her. You know? But, you know, by the time Michaela get in the car from after she been off of work, I'm knocked out cold. And it's hard to wake me up, okay? I'm knocked out cold. So, and then this talking, you know, we talk what we, you know, I have our way. She's Scorpio. She has her way. And I deal with it that way. And we have our understanding, but we love each other. I love my girls. I love my girls. If I didn't have them, I probably would be a hot mess, because I would be absolutely alone. But anyway, I digress. But they want me to tell it. There was a call put out for her to rise to her throne. When I come in with a powerful being, always powerful, except for this time through. This time through, they made sure that they put me in a family where there was going to be plenteous MK Ultra, the military, the police departments, the mayor of Kansas City, the mayoral office of Kansas City, the 501c3 that they have, the churches, the Masons, the Eastern Stars. I've said it once, I'll say it again. You're all wrong. Judges, IRS. You're all wrong. You're all wrong. And I know the fact checkers is going to check their facts on this stuff, and then they ain't going to come back and tell me shit because y'all don't want me to know. Why? But I've been seeing more and more information about stuff that I had put, and yeah, I accidentally deleted my other files, and so they said, it's okay, you got it in your head still, but, you know, first and foremost, it's going to come out the way it's going to come out. The way it need to come out, it's going to come out when it need to come out anyway. And so I guess it's going to come out today. Memphis, Tennessee. The Church of God in Christ would go to a pilgrimage every year to Memphis, Tennessee, until they changed it after when the bishop, the high bishop or whatever, had passed away, and then Bishop Blake in California had it for a while. So then they went to Cali. But they back in Memphis now, y'all. They pilgrimage to the pyramid, Memphis. They don't think I know. Church of God in Christ, you go every year. My mom and daddy would go every year like clockwork. I think when me and my older sister were little, like I was a baby, we went. But after that, nah, they didn't get a babysitter, we didn't go no more. And, you know, it's money. The Church of God in Christ was founded by C.H. Mason. Name to ring a bell, doesn't it? C.H. Mason. And the theologian school, the seminary school that they would like for the pastors and stuff to learn from, you know, get their certifications or whatever they get from. It's down there in Atlanta, right? Right there, Clark Atlanta, Spelman, Morehouse. It was funded by Rockefeller. Y'all see where I'm going with this? So you got all your churches. You got everything that came out of Rome, because y'all did come out of Rome. Rome is the mother whore church. And then anything that came out of her, or subsequently her whore children. Her whore children. Because you came out of Protestant Reformation. And from Protestant Reformation, you came out of whatever into whatever, right? Everybody, and still passing along rituals and rites that y'all was doing up in the Catholic Church. So you're still Catholic, paying your tithes, and your tithes is going towards what? Keeping the chosen ones down. Is that what? All these extra dues and fees that you have to pay just to have a title behind your name. And then money going back to Rome too. You got to make sure you pay Caesar, and Caesar just be taken from everybody, everywhere, everything. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar. So when does Caesar stop getting? Caesar got taxes galore. Come on, y'all. You go to the grocery store, you got taxes. Gas station, even though you tell them 20 on the pump, y'all see them little bitty numbers that keep rolling? Those are your taxes. And then your liquor stores, and right now, they got smart, because I said, they're gonna end up legalizing it. Of course, they doing stuff to the marijuana, but they legalized it because they realized that they can tax it. But the federal, of course, they still don't want to step in on that one. They want to, they like their raids. You buy a car, you pay taxes for that car, right? And all the things that you got to do to register the car. Then you pay that car off, y'all. And if you had it for you paying interest, so you're paying on that, right? And then you pay that car off, and then what? You got to pay property tax to keep that car, if that car is still working order. But we know most of the time when your car, when you paid it off, or when you're getting close to paying it off, your car break down, or at least that happened to me. I don't know. It happened to me every time I paid off a car. Then it break down, and I can't afford to pay for it to get fixed. So might as well go on and try to figure out how I can get me a new car. And by the way, my last car that I paid off, I gave to my dad to pay off debt. It had been broken down. He said he was going to fix it up. So, but he said that was good. He was fine with that, because it was still a working car. There was just some things that it had to be fixed, and I couldn't afford it. And I was trying to keep it for myself, and I had already gotten a new car, and I was trying to keep that one so that I could get it fixed. But, things didn't happen that way. And so I gave it to my father to pay off a debt. He got that car fixed. Now, I gave them the paperwork and everything, and filed the paperwork with the state, with the city, or whatever, with the people, that I had signed this over, as is, to my father and mother. As of last year, I got a bill. This was 3 years ago that I did this. I got a bill from them saying that I hadn't paid taxes in 3 years on a car I no longer own. Did somebody not do their part? Or did somebody pay somebody off in that office and tell them don't? Because they asked me about it. Did you fill that paperwork? And I said, yeah, I sent that paperwork in. Odd indeed. So you want to add to my debt and not pick up on what you own. So I should just repossess my car, because I could use it right now. But I digress on that. But I guess Spirit must have wanted that to come out. Check it out, fact checkers. Check it out. Kansas City, Missouri. See if that Hyundai Sonata is still under my name, or if it's now under Michael Charles Warren or Renee Warren. Juliana Renee Warren. While people are sitting up there saying that they think that I'm mother bashing my mother and father, these people chose the wrong side, y'all. And then on top of it, they got that shot in 2020. So we know, if you know what you know, you know what you know. They sold all the way out. That was your choice, people. That part first. And then when you woke up, that was a second choice. Do you wake up or do you leave yourself asleep? And I woke up. I didn't take the shot. My daughters didn't take the shot. We didn't even have them you ain't putting shit up my nose. See, I knew I had learned about those Egyptian rituals. I had remembered about those things. And so, yeah, we leave that alone. And since I am from Egypt, as well, because we know that Memphis is Egypt, there's a brother that is putting that information out there. But I already knew because it's in my paperwork from last year, the year before that Memphis was Egypt. I just ain't been saying, and I've been holding on a lot of downloads. But Spirit wanted me to get this out, and so I guess it's got to go, and it's going whichever way I'm flowing with it, y'all. I'm sorry. But the truth must be revealed, and I live in spirit and truth. So there was a call out. King Tut, first and foremost, I'll let y'all know I knew about Tut. I worked with Tut very closely. He is not Tupac Shakur. I know who Tut is because Spirit led me to this person on his YT page. Never heard of him before. He was over on Instagram for a while. I had never, when it's time for me to come in contact with certain people, in whatever way I'm supposed to contact and come in contact, Spirit leads them at that very moment. I'll be like, okay, now you're going to tell me why. And Spirit just be like, just pay attention. And I listened to him talking about the primordial dragon. And he speak the dragon language, and he was saying that it was to wake up the women, the goddess, the women of the divine feminine. And when he spoke that dragon language, I'm telling you, it did something to me. And so then there was a day, about a couple of weeks back now, I think a week or so back, and I was listening to him, and he had went live, and I came in. I was already late. He had been online for a while, but I came in anyway and was listening to his live. And he has a sword, and he has tut on the sword. But I didn't see the sword until after he said this in his live. He said, I am embodying King Tut. And I felt it. And he is not Tupac Shakur. Tupac is of the Mayans. So he's over there, South America. Put him where he's supposed to be, please, and leave him from Egypt and Memphis alone. I speak for Tut in that way. And there's another person that I have embodied. 2 others, I believe. And they won't even honor that when I did, my little DNA. They wouldn't even mention my great-grandmother, who is Creek Indian, Muskogee Creek Indian. They left that out. But we all know we're indigenous, so. And I was told by the Angel 7 that I met. The angel that I met in LA, he when he looked at me, he said, you are that powerful healer, that very, very, very powerful healer. And I said, yeah, that's what I've been told from the spirit realm. And said, they're coming for you. You gotta be careful. Please be careful out there, because they be coming for you. They don't want you to do what you're supposed to do. So, and it's just me and my daughter down here alone, y'all. And y'all sit up here and pick at me for, oh, she's fat, or she's this, or she's that. Look at her, Fuck you. Because when I finally show up again, because I don't want to do videos no more with me. When I step out again, it's going to be in my complete glow. Your mouth going to hang low. Yeah. Because I clean up well when I clean up. And your mouth going to hang low, ladies and gentlemen. But when I step out, I'm hopefully won't be showing my face, and you can hear my voice. You can see my words, whatever, but I don't really want to show my face. But if Spirit says I have to get out here and show my face, I'll show my face. But at the end of the day, you're going to hear my voice, because that's where it's at. I don't want this to be very long at all, but because I got to figure out how to even post it. Because I had to do this on my computer, because my phone, yeah. But since y'all want me to be my authentic self, y'all just got to see it in person. And I could call the birds. They came. They're here. I hear them chirping and stuff. They're here. But I had to get this out. So King Tut is, I believe he said he's in Virginia somewhere right now. He's up in looking out and looking area, wooded areas and forests and the trees, and he's drinking his cistern and but he does his primordial dragon calls, and I try to listen and meditate. And before he actually announced that he was Tut and was explaining about the dragon and stuff to me, that I was listening and everything, that a night before or so, I was in the car with my daughters and we were riding back to where we be. And I looked up at the clouds, and the clouds were lit up by the moon and rainbowish kind of color shining off of the clouds from the moon shine. But as I noticed, the clouds were formed in the shape of a very, very huge dragon. And I hadn't said anything to my daughters yet, but I heard dragon in my head, "You're a dragon." And I began to cry, and I began to praise. And my daughter was like, "Mama, what's wrong?" And I said, "You see that cloud up there?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "They said that's," and as I said, "They said that is my," she said, "dragon?" And I said, "Yeah, why you say that?" And she said, "Because it looks like a dragon in that bed. It's huge, Mama. That thing is big." And I said, "Yeah, it is. It's huge." And the next day, Tut. I'm just calling him Tut. He posted a video and saying his name was, but he was looking at the clouds and he saw a dragon in the clouds. And he told her, "Not long, baby. Not long now." So the primordial dragons are waking up. And I'm ready. I'm ready to fly the friendly skies like I did before. Yeah. Yeah. Game of Thrones. Yeah. And before anybody says anything, this is not soda. I got ice in the cup and nectar. Peach nectar. Peach nectar. For anybody thought it was soda. Oh, look at her. Yeah, I heard it. It's peach nectar. I was looking for coconut water and couldn't find anything in the place I was at. So, the gas station. But they had peach nectar. So I got it. Whatever. People will be critical, and people will be critical all day long until you're blue in the face. It don't matter. What's going to come out is going to come out, and the way it come out is the way it come out. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. You can stop watching. Y'all act like y'all ain't watching it anyway, or at least they're keeping the algorithm from showing exactly who sees the stuff, right? For me, they don't want me to know that people are actually seeing it, but I can tell by your energies that you saw it. I can tell by your energies that you're trying to send me a message through your words that you type on your little, on your post. I can feel your energy. I know exactly who it is when they come. But yet, so Tut, I guess his name on Instagram was Coach Reg B. But yeah, he's Tut. I can confirm I felt that. Because when I called forth the spirits from everywhere, Tut came. His spirit came. And I told him, "Go forth, Tut. Find your vessel." So when he announced that day, and I came in, and he announced it close to, I believe, the end of his thing. I might be mistaken. Don't, because there's a lot going on in my world. So, and I'm trying to remember past, present, future stuff all in one entanglement. So I might have gotten it a little bit confused, but I believe it was close. I came in close to him getting ready to end, and he was saying this. And then he explained about his cistern. He may have said that before. No, he said that right around the same time. About his cistern, and that he, yeah. I ain't gonna say it, but he drank his pee or whatever, and it's the cistern. It's good for your body, is what he said. Good for your memory. Your remembrance. That's what he said. I ain't drinking mine because, hey, not right now. It ain't clean enough yet. Not for me. But to each their own on that. But that's Tut. Then there was another call because I understood that I had a connection seriously to Egypt. The Isis temple, I studied under Isis. I did. Mama Isis is always with me. She's always with me. She the one helped me put out that one little video where I put those words out saying Mother's wrath goes deep. This one. In spiritual boot camp, that one. Mother was helping me with it. We had a laugh. I don't know all the languages of the ancestors, but they're here, y'all. So they find a way to get to the communication in the way I can understand. To each his own. Stop judging others on how they get their messages and their downloads from source. We are all source, y'all. There's a duality in all things. Even in the Bible, God said, the God that y'all want to say y'all worshiping said, I made the dark and the light, the good and the evil. And you have to have one. You can't have one without the other. You can't just have good. Where's the antagonist in that? Where's the antagonist in you figuring out if what you're doing is good or not? So you have to have that. I mean, you learn that in mathematics. You got the positive and the negatives, and then you got the two positives make a positive, two negatives make a positive, and the positive, and depending on which, but you still got to have it somehow, right? The duality of it all. The yin and the yang, the black and the white. The good and the evil. The up and the down. The in and the out. I can keep going. How come y'all don't realize that there's a duality in God? Oh well, I think I done veered off again. So just to get this out, because there was another call out for a very powerful queen. And like I said, I believe that the Muskogee Creek high healer, that the high priestess healer or whatever, she's in my bloodline. I believe she is in my bloodline, so I believe that is part of the magic that is now within me, if I'm not embodying her, but I'm embodying everyone that I have been in my past. So Calypso is here, and my future Solanas is here. She's the only one that I can know of so far that did not have a C in her name, but the one that y'all were looking for, the one that is connected. She is the queen of the Nile, Cleopatra. And there were 7 Cleopatras. I'm the first. And the 7th. So yeah, Mark Antony, Julius Caesar. I came back. I had a hard time with this one, y'all, when I heard it, and I heard the call, and it's like something happened, and I was like, and they put that dragon, and that's what woke me. that portion of me. Because I was trying to figure out my Egyptian lineage. Where exactly? Because I know I was rich because I had a dream. I was in a palace, and I was the one that said, get the women and children and protect them from the invaders that were coming in my dream, y'all. And so I wondered what my role was in that temple. It was gold. That was my palace. The Queen of the Nile. And I'm saying this in public, and I know fact checkers is gonna go looking. But y'all asking for her, she's here. I had many roles to play because there's many bloodlines that needed someone, because the chosen one, or the ones that they was trying to choose, they won't wake up. They chose the dark side. So they've asked for my bloodline to assist, because I'm powerful like that. I don't take that lightly either. I'm grateful for all these gifts that the ancestors have bestowed upon me in order for me to do my work. I just wish that people would understand that I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm here as unconditional love. I'm in it here, though. I said what I said. Do what you will with it. Whether you hear it or not, see it or not, I don't know. But it's out there, and it's going to be put out in the domain. I want my throne. I want my kingdom back, my empire. For I am Cleopatra, and I am claiming all that is rightfully hers. And boy, does she have a lot going all the way down the Nile River, or the Mississippi, as you would know it. Let the truth be told.